our guest, and you're going to have to forgive me, young man, because I always do this, okay?
Yes, sir.
Mookie Collier is our guest. Now, for those down in the Bluefield area, that's how they know him. His mama named him Luttrell, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where's the nickname come from, Mookie?
Ever since I was little, my mom, she just called me Mook, but people just added on like the Mookie,
Okay.
like the IE at the end.
All right.
And then since I was little, people just called me that.
Mook.
Yes, sir.
Come here, Mook.
So does anybody call you? So do you ever get called Luttrell anymore?
No, sir. Not really. Everybody
Not until
around here
tonight,
just calls me
right?
Mookie.
Not until tonight. All right, Mookie. So we're going to call you Mookie as well. Man, you had a heck of a season so far. I mean, it's always exciting, and I think I speak for high school football lovers across the state. When the Bluefield Beavers are involved in postseason play, it's exciting because you guys play a brand of football that, I mean, if you're in the stands, you can't help but get excited. It's been a heck of a season so far, young man.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. We just since the summer started, when we started football, I just been working really hard during practice, after practice, getting overtime, and just whenever we got into the season, it seemed like it all just paid off.
Well, Mookie, I'm good. Sorry. You opened the season, or you opened the playoffs with a 32-13 win over Weir. It was a Red Rider team that felt like they could come down and match you with speed in that game at Mitchell Stadium last Saturday afternoon, I should say. You won at 32-13. Talk about that opening playoff round win and how that positions you for Mingo Central coming up this weekend.
Yeah, so we know that we're just going against a good Weir team, and we knew that what they had speed, really big linemen, and we know what we had coming up. So we studied film on them, practice hard, every day, get our reps at everything, and we just saw that it was good. So when we went into the game, we had to know that we were going to be in here for a tough battle.
Hey, Mookie, what's that mix been like in your backfield? We talked with Carlos Reed just a couple of weeks ago, and he talked about the chemistry of you guys in the backfield. But what's that been like to have all those weapons and all that speed offensively just in your group of running backs alone?
We have such a good chemistry, sir. We just been each and every day. We just practice really hard and because there's Carlos, the little goofy one. He plays around sometimes, but we just work every day hard. And when our chemistry just built up from the summer until now, and we just know where each other going to be at certain times, sir.
You better practice hard. Freddie Simon will take you. And let's go back to that Richlands game because that's the only loss on the season. And we talked with Coach Simon, and I know that is a good football team. But after that loss, I mean, doggone, if you're an athlete like you guys are, you want to get right back onto the field immediately. But you didn't get back on the field for 3 weeks. What was practice like during that time?
Oh, it was so tough. After a hard loss we took, every week we was just like, we have a little group message, and we were just texting each other like, we have to work harder. We have to do better on defense. We have to do better on executing right on offense. And ever since we came from the loss, we just been just working really hard, offense and defense, putting every day we'll be like, nobody can we can't let anybody score on us. That's what our goal is, to let nobody score. Offense to try to score on every possession. If not, get good runs in, and hopefully the turnout will be that at the end of the game that we won, sir.
Well, you talk about not letting opponents score, but you have a 7th-seeded Mingo Central Miners team coming to Mitchell Stadium on Friday night that can score. And what have you seen? You talked about studying film to get ready for Weir. What are you seeing from Stevie Hammond and those Miners coming up on Friday night when you do the film study?
They have a really good team, sir. Good quarterback, fast running back, tall receivers, and it's going to be a good game, sir. with them with number 1 in AA in scoring and number 3 in the state at scoring. Also, it's going to be a really hard time trying to stop them and stuff with the offense that they run and the receivers and backs that they have.
The name Collier, the first thing that jumps out to my mind before you, and you go back just a couple of years to your brother and Lykel, and obviously a great athlete that he was and on the basketball court. But what type of things did he teach you just as an athlete and growing up with him that's maybe made you into the player that you are today?
I've always been looking up to my brother since I was little. And the things that he's done, I was just thinking in my head, I want to be just like him. I want to do the things that he's doing and stuff that he accomplished. And he always worked with me ever since I was little when I started playing football and basketball since I was 5. And he just told me always to stay humble and, and you work hard and you do everything that you can every day, that one day your time will come and hopefully you'll get out of here.
We're talking with Mookie Collier, sophomore running back for the Bluefield Beavers. You talked about since that loss to Richlands, how you guys have really been working hard offensively, particularly defensively. Since then, you have played some very, very good football teams, James Monroe, Wayne, Weir, and include Oak Hill in that. You've outscored those 4 opponents 198-33. So obviously that hard work has been paying off, Mookie.
Yes, sir. It's just every day Coach Sumner have us doing drills to our hardest, and we just been executing right, doing 101s, making each other better, and it seems like it all been paying off, sir.
Talk about having the game at home. Obviously, you played the first 2 rounds at home. You finished up the regular season with a home win over Wayne, home against James Monroe. You've done very well at Mitchell Stadium so far this season. What's it like playing there, the atmosphere you have, and what do you expect on Friday as far as the crowd?
Oh, we have such an amazing fan base, sir. We're all so thankful and blessed to have such an amazing fans that we have. And with them, without them, we wouldn't have the intensity that we always have during games when we're going up, getting stops on defense, scoring on offense, and just little plays. Without them, the intensity that we have wouldn't be the same. And I'm glad that we'll be playing on Friday at home.
All right, buddy. We're going to let you go. Let me tell you something. We interview a lot of people on this show, a lot of people. And I don't know what your mama or why your mama called you Mook, unless it means, young man, you better act accordingly, because you're one of the sharpest, you're one of the most polite young men that we have ever interviewed, and your mama has got to be proud. I'll tell you that.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. My mom, she always told me, she just taught me with good manners ever since I was growing up. And ever since then, I just, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, and stuff like that. And, made me the person that I am, sir.